Greetings, everyone. You're probably looking at this thing going, what is that rip-off thing that Retro Zoltan is going to show me? I actually got this for Christmas, and I wanted to just talk about it, like an honorable mention. This does not take an SD card. It's just like a $10 thing that was... it was actually in my stocking, so not to say that I get cheap gifts, but I actually love it. So I just wanted to show it real quick. So this is the mini game player. It says right on here, of course. It's got 500 games. Wow. It's technically, if you look it up, it's a Coolbaby RS-60. Believe it or not, that's hard to get information on that. You can find all kinds of names, but that's pretty much commonly, it's the Coolbaby, which is like, there's a million things named Coolbaby. This is the Coolbaby RS-60. Just the box is nothing impressive, really. The back shows a game that you probably cannot play. I don't know what game that is, but shows a game there. And it has 3 colors. The blue is obviously the one that I got. So let's open it up. And I've already opened this up before, but I wanted to save the experience for you. So here we go. Instructions. I never look at those ever. And a little charging cable. This is probably the smallest one I've ever seen in my life. It's so tiny. This is ridiculous. You might as well just... Okay, well, it's like 2 inches. I don't know. Anyway, so it's enough, I guess. What's really impressive about this little guy is it's tiny. It's so tiny, and it's very thin. Just to show you what it looks like next to a quarter. It's pretty small, and it's pretty thin. I mean, you can't even, I think the treads on my tire are just a bit thicker than this. But anyway, here it is in all its glory. It says Games Power. Wow, Games Power. Look at that. Not much to it. Very thin, rechargeable here with the little USB that they gave us. So nothing to worry about there. And let's just turn it on and see. So right away, and I've seen this type of screen a million times before. What are this? This type of screen is very typical for these sort of, I guess, knockoff handhelds. You're going to see like a menu that looks just like this. It's obviously got a Mario Brothers 3 background, which they ripped off, it looks like. Or it's very close to Mario Brothers 3. And it's got a couple options here for volume. If just by default, you can actually hear this light humming. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's very light, and you can sort of sounds like that. When the volume's on, you're going to hear that buzzing, which I don't like, but still, we'll keep it on. We'll keep the volume on just to show what it sounds like. So I will pick English. Why not? One of the things in the menu system, everything you select has a sound. That's very typical as well. So this is basically a menu of 500 items, 500 games. They're all based on Nintendo or Nintendo hacks or Nintendo legitimate Nintendo titles that change the name. So one of the cool things about it, I will say, is so there's some cool things in here, believe it or not. If you like Nintendo games and you just want something to fool around with, this is great because you have, for instance, the first one on here is Contra. and if you select that, you're going to see like all these different Contra games. There are all these different hacks. There's one of them where you have like 40 guys. It's pretty much, instead of using a Game Shark or something like that, it's going to have different things or start you off on different levels. It's pretty cool. I'll pick one here. We'll start with a shotgun. So you can start with the shotgun if you pick this one, I believe. One of the things I've noticed about these sort of games is they always show Contra, because I guess it looks the most familiar and the most impressive for speed, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why they just seem to choose Contra a lot and when they show like a game off like this. So like right away. So normally you wouldn't have this gun right away. So this is like a hack. No big deal. It's the same as you just starting off with the spread gun or the shotgun. I always call it the spread gun, but I think it's technically a shotgun or whatever. Anyway, it's impressive as far as gameplay is concerned. The screen looks pretty good. It's only like a 2.4 inch screen. Not too bad. For this little thing, it's really it's great. I think it's just you expect this thing not to be able to do anything at all, but lo and behold, it can play Nintendo games. Which, if you compare it to, you know, an old Nintendo system, you know, I think it's pretty impressive. So, what does this have on it? So, since it comes with games, you're stuck with these. You can't add your own. There might be a hack in the future. I don't think anyone's going to bother. But there are some good games on here. They just, they're clever in hiding them. Contra they can get away with. I think Konami is out of the picture now, so they're not going to worry too much about Konami games, which are, in my opinion, one of the, those are like the best games for Nintendo. But you have Double Dragon, with Double Dragon 2, those are great games for Nintendo. Why does the screen look so dull? Oh, is this thing running out of battery already? Jeez. Okay, well, let's talk about the battery life. The battery life is like 2 to 3 hours. It's showing right now that it's dying. Like, the screen is so light right now. It's not normally like that. So I have a feeling it's going to die shortly. So let me use this really cheesy USB charger, and we'll get right back to it. Well, it's so light I can't see anything. Okay. I'll be back in a flash.
A few minutes later.
Okay, we're back, and it's charged. I charged it for about, I would say, half an hour. There's a little tiny light that turns on when you plug it in. I didn't fully charge it because I'm impatient and I wanted to finish this video. But basically, now you know what happens when the battery's about to run out. It just dims until you think you're blind. So anyway, so we'll get back to it. The games in here, as I was saying, there's no way to add more in here. There's no way to change what's in here yet. But there are a lot of good games in here. Konami games are in here. Contra, like I showed before. Double Dragon. Super Bear Bros 3. If you're a guessing person, you would assume that it's Mario Brothers 3, and you're correct. So just alone, and I won't say it, I'll just say 3, which I think's funny. It says, oh yeah, we're not stealing from Nintendo at all because it just says 3. But this is Super Mario 3. So this alone, just having Super Mario 3 on here, makes it worth it alone. It sounds great, and what more do you need? So what we have here, what we have for buttons, is the A, B, X, and Y. You would think A and B are the A and B like for the normal Nintendo, but that's not the case. A is just a regular, and then B is the turbo of A, and vice versa. So it's a little weird if you're used to regular A and B controls, but it's still playable. It's just a little harder to get used to. But again, it's worth $10 just to be able to have Super Mario 3 on a portable, tiny, wafer-thin device. I mean, this thing's tiny, and it sounds great. There's no issues that I've seen with it. So there are repeats, even though they say there's not. I think there's the Super Bear Bros, and then later it'll just say Brothers or something like that. I've noticed they got a lot of crap games in here that no one would ever want to play. For instance, where's this one? Yeah, this Chacon 18. You're like, all right, what could that possibly be? So you're like, okay, it's this is a hook, and I'll pick the underwear, and I guess I'm fishing with a pair of underwear. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So there's a lot of crap games on here that you have to watch out for. It might be just fun to, well, looks like I might have caught something. I don't even know. This game, I don't get this game at all. I'm not even doing anything now. So you get a lot of crap games on here, but you get a lot of good ones. So Bomberman, Ice Climber, Donkey Kong, you got quite a bit. There are repeats, but I would say overall maybe like 50 really good games. Dora Brothers down here is just the original Mario Brothers. I'll show you. See, Dora Brothers. Honestly, you're going to see a lot of this sort of junk on these handhelds, especially the ones that are really cheap. But, you know, if this thing got flushed down the toilet or something, you wouldn't be too upset about it. But it is fun to play with. It's cheap fun. And who doesn't like cheap fun? So, and let's see what else we got here. So there's just all kinds of deflower. I'm scared to even look what that might be, to be honest. Galaga Plus. Now this one is interesting. If this is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. So this is a hack of the original Galaga where your ship is tiny, which is hilarious. But it's cool. It's just a fun thing. So your ship is absolutely tiny and your bullets are huge, and it's like really hard to get hit because you have like a tiny ship. So somehow they're getting away with this, even though it's Galaga, but they changed it. And it's still just as fun as the original, but the hacks are cool. And they're littered with those as well. Can explore it a little bit more. Excite Bike, everyone likes Excite Bike. I'm not trying to sell this to you. I just want to show that it's not that bad. I'm sure you're expecting me to dig on this. Burger Time, that's another good one. Joust. It's fun to just explore. It's a fun little gift. It actually was a stocking stuffer for me, and I haven't stopped playing with it. Making Love, I looked at thinking, oh, this should be an interesting game. Speaking of exploring, let's check out Making Love, and it just happens to be not anything I expected it to be. It's a tank game. So why not call a tank game Making Love? It's perfect name. And this game is boring as hell. You just keep running around and shooting tanks nonstop. So there's a lot of crap games in here. But overall, worth your $10? Absolutely. If you're a collector, 100% get this. If you're a hacker, please hack this, because I would love to put like just good games on here. That would make it would make it great. So other than that, there's really not much more to say about it. It's just a neat little device. It costs about $10 if you get it on like Alibaba. I actually sell it off of my website for more because I'm doing the drop shipping. But if you don't want to deal with Alibaba, if you don't want to deal with any of that, you just want someone to handle shipping and all that, you can go ahead and get it off my website. But I say keep it cheap and just enjoy yourself. This is a neat little toy, and I'm still going through and exploring all the games. There are a lot of hidden gems in here. I'm wondering if Metroid is in here. It's probably under here, but probably under a different name. Let's see if I can find it. Mappy Mario. Oh, see, Mario Brothers. No repeats. So here, this one, they just said, "Out, what the hell? Let's just call it Mario Brothers," of course. But yeah, I don't think Metroid's in here, but they're not even in alphabetical order, which that's horrible. But still, it's a fun little toy. I recommend it, especially for this price. Normally, I wouldn't care about a system that does not take an SD, but you just got to consider what you're getting here. It's just a fun little toy, and I haven't been able to stop playing it, to be honest with you. I play a lot of Contra on it because that was my game back in the day. Metromania. No, that's not Metroid. But anyway, so that's about it, really. Just thanks for tuning in, and thanks for listening to me rattle on about this stuff. The Coolbaby RS-60 might be your bag, or it might be trash, but it's $10. So think about it. And if you have any comments, or if you think this is garbage, let me know. Just say you're pathetic and this isn't my bag. But I don't know. I like it, but I really want to find Metroid on here. That would be fun. Oh, and it doesn't save. That's another problem. It doesn't save. So Metroid would suck on here, even though, well, Metroid couldn't save. You get a code, so I guess it's still possible. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me. Hopefully this isn't too horrible of a review, but I just wanted, before, if anyone was looking for something like this, I wanted to show it, and I wanted to just talk about it a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.